This is the Brit Who Cares, and yeah, this review is gonna be like an old show. Obviously, the reason why I'm doing this because the Attack on Titan, the final season part two's come out, and it's about to finish. Obviously, it's the last, season. Yeah, it's not gonna finish right now, obviously, but it is the last season, obviously, and yeah, it's a bit sad, but at the same time, also must come to an end, and this is one of those shows. And Attack on Titan is one of the biggest shows in the world, and not just that, it's one of the biggest animes at the moment now. From My Hero, all that. This is one of the biggest animes, you know, in the modern era, in this era virtually. So I'm gonna try to do each season. Not in this one video. I won't have this video. This video is gonna be only season one. I want to try to do season 2 and season 3, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do season 4 yet. I might do two. I might have to do season 4 part, season 4 part 1. I might do that as own video, make it fair. And the last season, I'm going to wait till all episodes comes out to release that video. So, let's get started. First, I'm going to talk about the story. So, what can I say about the story? It's it's simple, but it's complicated at the same time. Because, like I said, later on, the series, it will get more complicated and more, basically it is. But season 1 is the simple one, basically. Firstly, there's a human race trapped in between the walls, there's a wall, and basically, the Titans outside, which is like big giant, like white humans. But it could like different sizes, different shapes, obviously. And basically, that that's what how we started basically. And the pie episode was probably the most iconic episode in any anime history now, where the Colossus Titan was the biggest Titan we seen on this season. Obviously, it'll get more bigger later on, but this season. This is the biggest one we see, and obviously he's inside out. He steams, stuff like that. He breaks in the wall along with the armor titan whistle like Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I know that joke's old, but he does, and he go through the manga, the man who made the show, or the person who made the show. He based his character on Brock Lesnar, so yeah. So, and basically, the main three characters, well, the main two at the moment now is Ellen and Michika. Sorry, I bossed that name right because I'm not good with names. But basically, their mum died, basically, and their dad went missing. Well, she's adopted, but I explain that a bit later on. But what I'm saying, they escape, and basically, they want revenge. He does. Ellen does, really. He wants revenge. What happened, basically, which again, a bit fucked up. And then obviously, what I did say three before, because I said there are three main cards in this, which the other one is Armin, which is like he's like a nearest character, but again, I'm going to explain more about the characters on the character side a bit later on. And basically, it's most of the first half of the season is about them training, become scouts, basically, like the three ranks in this world, and they want to be the scouts, really, which is the toughest job, and it is a suicide job, basically. You're going outside the walls to explore, basically, you know, in the name scouts, basically. And basically, what happened after that? Well, it done this bit, after it got graduated, all that, there was another attack, and basically, the big twist, and again, I thought to say spoilers, but this is spoilers now, obviously. And to be honest, yeah, I think most people will know what the spoilers are. You find out that Ellen can transform into a Titan because he get killed at one point, and it'll be like a couple of episodes that he's not in, and he's died, and he become a Titan. And after all that is sorted, and again, I'm not going to hate detail on the story obviously because I want people to watch this. And halfway point is basically proving that Ellen can he be useful, or can he control his new Titan powers? This is what most of the season's about basically. Um, I don't get much away on story because obviously there's twists and turns there. Yeah, there's another Titan in this, who become Titan. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's obvious. That's what only let down with the season is. It's one of because the design is familiar to this character. It's like, yeah, it's fucking obvious. But again, I can't knock it down too much for that because it's a good story. It's a very good story, and the world building in this is fantastic. And each the characters, there's a thing. Yet on character element wise, only four characters I would say. Five in account, but even that one, even count the other, the person who become the Titan. And not so I count that one because this person not in it much really. But again, I do get a bit more development later on the whole series. So I'm gonna go to the characters now, okay? Why did I say about the characters? There are loads of characters in this, but the only problem is the first season. Again, I'm not straggling off too much because I get it. The first season is made about the world building and getting what the world is, and plus these Titan powers, how it works basically. So obviously I'm not going to give too hard on the characters development because like I said, other seasons they do fix that. So they've rated that they have they have main three characters in this. First one is Mariska. Sorry, I put that name wrong, but she is adopted. She's adopted to the Aaron family, the Jaeger family. Sorry, and basically her parents get massacred basically, and Ellen saves her in a violent, again in a fucked up way, even though it is fucked up, and she got brought into the family, and Ellen he wanted he used to want to be a scout basically from episode one. He wanted to be the scout, and even after the disaster losing his mum and losing his dad, and this is the thing I do shag off with the dad bit because it's it don't explain it. It do later on, obviously it do later on the anime of course and the story in other seasons, but it's a feel like that he just disappeared and they just saw one flashback scene where he's giving it an injection and then I love you son and give him the key. And again, at the time, you know, I get the thing I didn't read the manga at the time. I read a bit of it now, but at the time I never read the manga. I thought that bit was okay. The dad will disappear. What a fucking asshole! But obviously, again, later on the series, I want people who haven't seen this later on the series, they do explain about the dad and Armin. The next two characters include Armin. Are the best relevant in this series because, for example, Armin's the first one. Armin is this nerdy character and he's scary, but at the same time, he will be brave. Then the times come tough, and that's the thing too. He may not be the strongest character. He may not be the scariest character, but he is good with brain. He's good with tactics, and you see that in the series, where every time you make ideas up, so he does get better. He got an unbelievable card in the series, and the other one who's again for find out many people talk about this character in season one. Then back then, But I thought John, he got that name like John, which he like. They first see him, he's an asshole. You see him in this camp. I call it another training camp. Um, he wants to go to the upper ranks. Like I said, there's three ranks, and the royal rank, which basically is you don't go in the front line, you just stay, manning the royalty basically the easiest job and the laziest job really. And again, most people want to pick that because of it guarantees their safety basically. And the only way to get that, you got to be like the top 20 in the in ranking in the training camp thing. And he's like an asshole. He's gonna give a fuck. But the thing is, the more he does, the more development he gets, he starts to realise he's more than he is. He's a good leader too, and the more you watch him, and the more you actually feel for him, actually like this guy, and again, don't get too much away, but his character development in this is fantastic. And that's what I can say. There's other characters too. There's Potato Girl, obviously, fan favourite. She's funny. But again, you always see like a couple of scenes. Yeah, there's one big funny scene in the, I said in the training camp thing. But you see it in a handful of scenes. And the same with Connie, or, the little short guy with a safe head. He's another good character, but again, you don't see him much. And I've watched mentioned Eva with his again. I'm not saying you don't see him much. You do see him a lot, especially in the second half of the series. Eva, he's probably the most badass scout out there, and he's probably one of the better animations of fight scenes in the whole series. But again, you always see him. You do get screen time, but on his backstory, you don't see much of it in this series. Obviously, later on, they do fix that. And the other cards, there was other cards in this. Again, don't give much away. I can't say their names because it might ruin the story, but they're characters that do become a big impact later on in the series, but in the season they don't. So, let's get to the final thought. So, here's my final thought on this great show. It's a masterpiece. It's 9 out of 10. It's a masterpiece. I know you're going to say, it's only season 1. Yeah, there's so many things I can say about it. It's so good. The animation, again, don't start on animation. The animation is on next level. It's one I don't care what people say about me with this. It's one of the best animation and animes animation I've ever seen. It's one of them. You can put tin of sound on and just watch the animation. It is so gorgeous. And the joke is, it gets better each season. That's the mental thing about this show. And like I said, it's the world building. The world building is so good for the first season. Yeah, I know the nitpick is the card development. It's only like 5 cards that get proper development in this first season. But the whole point of the first season is showing this world. And then they do fix that later on. And why not? Why I said there were good positive things about this. The score, and include the OP too. Both OPs are good. Of course, the first one's better. Everything about it is so good. So, why I said this is 9 out of 10, a masterpiece. So, this is the end of this review. Of season 1. I will do season 2 on my next video. No, not next. I'm not sure I'll be straight next, obviously, but I will do season 2. And subscribe, you'll see more, to get alert or whatever. But like I say, this has been a Brick Who Cares. See you on the next video.